What's up, chat? I started streaming really early today. I started streaming around 3-ish, 3-ish, 4, something like that. And was briefly interrupted for 7.5 hours. Yeah. Well, I'm streaming for the second time today. And we're gonna look back with a much more open eye than we had before. So I left me a note. What's this note say? Looking for a trade today to take based on all confluences found in the general direction and for the 5 and 15-minute movement. Okay. What does that mean? Let's go ahead and zoom this way down. Well, we did a couple things. We drew 2 boxes. We drew this one, we drew this one. I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to put this one up here. I don't want it going anywhere else. Boom. So this right here in the general direction. The general direction is down. And for the 5 and 15-minute movement, so we're currently on the 5-minute. I remember saying that we want the price to come down into this box. And what we wanted to do is we want a break of structure. So generally speaking, we are in a downtrend. What we're waiting on, what we're looking for, is for price right here to shoot way high up. How can we predict when the price is going to shoot high up? Well, that's a finicky thing because it's a educated guess. I think that's what people call it nowadays, is an educated guess. Could be wrong. I'm going to do some stuff while I'm also doing this because I just realized how much clutter. That is the MP4. Delete those. Those are the MKVs. Good. Okay. Sorry, I had to take care of that. If I didn't, problems would have occurred. That would have been quite bad for me. So I think our best point of scenario, because the general direction we know is down, so we don't have to check the daily or the weekly. We know price is coming down. Why? Because there's liquidity. Let's go all the way back up to the week so you can see it good and clear. Let's do this right here. There's liquidity to be swept. There's liquidity, or price ought to move, and that is right here. This right here, between this line here and this line here, we got a liquidity sweep, a big one too. So right now we're looking for a move down in a break of structure pattern, right? So lower low, or sorry, because right here we are currently in an uptrend, right? Now we are in a downtrend. We're looking for the break of structure. Break of structure is a lower low. Higher high, higher low, still higher low. I don't know. This could be the break of structure right here, actually. Now that I think about it. Except, are we forming a new high? Nope, nope. So, higher high, higher low. And then our next high is right here. That is a lower high. That's our break of structure right there. Right? From there, what we're looking for is an order block. An order block is essentially a candle that goes down, like this right here. Right? And just as I'm looking at this, we're looking for an order block here. So price should stop moving somewhere in this, right? And then from there, it'll boomerang back up, which means we should see one large green candle going up, forming the next high for this move. Let's go down to the daily to see more accurately what it's doing. I'd like to keep in mind that I'd like to keep you informed and in mind that we are very new. I am very, very, very new at this. Very, very new. Beforehand, we were on the weekly time frame. That's 1 week for every candle. Now it's a little more dialed in. We have 5 days a week. Sorry, 7 days a week. And then, of course, each candle is a day. So, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, and so on and so forth. All the way up to, guess what? Today. So, what are we doing? We're looking at the movements. Same gist. We have a leg up. Here's our high. Boom. We're looking for a break of structure, and we kind of already got it right here. This right here, that high is lower, and ever since that break of structure, we've been going down. Why have we been going down? Because guess what? There was a fair value gap right here. A liquidity sweep and a major fair value gap because there was nothing touching this side or this side. So this price is currently there. We're waiting for it to hit all the way down there. or sorry, right here at the bottom of this line, because it's got to touch, guess what? This right here. This candle. It may stop there. It may stop there. It may stop there. It may stop there. Right now, we're looking at it. We're not investing. We're just looking, because this is for my sake in knowing and learning and trading and yada yada yada. This price is going to go down to a certain point. My understanding is, because this right here is the fair value gap we're talking about, on the weekly, this is just one giant green candle, right? I want to say that's about 6 candles back, something like that. Let's go back up to the weekly and see. So this is the, yep, right here. It's not one candle, it's 3 big, large candles. That's what this is. And of course, we have one giant red candle going down because the price has been plummeting to recuperate from this. Why not this one right here? Because, well, there is our fair value gap right there. This has been claimed on this side. Like this right here dipped into this right here dipped into that, and you can see the horizontal line going across that's dotted. We cleared that. So we're looking for current price action. Current price action says, I haven't touched it yet. So price could move much further down if it wanted to. We're keeping that in mind. We're going to keep that in mind, chat. Keep that in mind. Chat, kind of keep it in mind, because I'm going to forget it. You're going to forget it. We're going to forget it. Things are going to happen within that retrospect. Price moved all over the place right here. Market didn't know what it wanted to do, and it consolidated on the daily. So price broke out of that consolidation by a large margin. And as a result, now it's plummeting to recuperate from this. What are we looking for? We're looking for, again, a break of structure within this square, this big pink square. Looking for break of structure off of fair value gap reclamation. So this will reclaim the fair value gap, break structure, boomerang back up, forming a new high. Because this right here is a lower high. We are currently in a downtrend per this high. So, go back down to the daily. Look at stuff, because stuff doesn't tell us anything more or less aside from, okay, now we're seeing what price is doing on a much more smaller time frame per the day. Same result. Break structure here, confirmation, right? And price plummet. We have yet to break structure back up to the upside. What is break of structure back up to the upside? Well, we're looking for a retest. Flip the chart entirely. Make the red green, make the green red. We're looking for this movement to dip down all the way and touch this red candle wick right here. And I believe I touched, like, the price moved down. So it might just test this right here, realistically speaking. This price movement is going to go all the way down. It's going to totally engulf this right here. We're looking for this to either test this one, this one, this one, all the way down here and go to this one. Price dropped all the way down there. That's what we're looking for. Could it continue to go down? Yes. Why? Because this right here is the most recent low in the past 4 months. And again, price is drawn to liquidity. Boom. Without liquidity, price has movement, like, freedom to rise higher. So, in retrospect, I'm thinking it'll stop here. I'm thinking it'll go a little bit below, maybe test this low right here. And as a result, once it's tested, we wait for confirmation. What's confirmation? Confirmation that this has been successfully tested, or better yet, this one's been successfully tested. It'll dip down twice. Kind of like this right here. See how this one was low and this one barely hit that? We draw an equilibrium. And this is me learning. Yeah, this is me learning, chat. Up until, because guess what? This right here was the leg down. We can't count this because this right here was confirmation for this move. So we have to go from this candle right here down to this candle right here. Because if we were to take a trade, we would have looked for the most recent low and most recent high. So with this being the case, we're gonna, like that, boom. You would have seen that price went up. Or actually, sorry. Because this is the daily. We wouldn't take a trade off the daily. This is just to learn general direction and stuff. Man, have I messed up. Maybe this one right here? I don't know. Something like that. Maybe. Chat. Educate me. Educate, because I am new and learning. My understanding is, when learning how to, when doing this right here, trying to determine when and where break of structure is going to happen, it's based off previous movements, like this one right here, because we had a small consolidation, but it broke out. We're looking for a retest in price on the downside, because that is our break of structure going back up to the upside. Kind of like this right here. This is actually kind of what we're looking at over there. We had a leg up, fair value gap, price plummeted way low, as you can see. Candle closed here, but price dropped here. So if you like bought in there, you would have gotten a serious discount. And at that point, price would have soared up, but we'd have been still in a downtrend. What we're looking for is something like this right here, on the opposite end of the move. It'll consolidate for a second, it'll go higher and higher, and then eventually it'll break out like that. But yeah, so the retests, to my eye, to my understanding, because this right here was our red candle right before this fair value gap, right? It would have been between that red candle and the previous red candle. So let's go back up to the week and see if that actually marked it, because it should have. It did mark it. Sad. Each of these candles is a week, so it's right here. Went too far. So this candle right here was our 1, and this candle over here was the start. We would have needed to see the testing of this candle and this candle here. Does that make sense? This candle retested this candle's confirmation because we had an order block. Confirmation was leg down. And from there, because it did in fact break it, it skyrocketed. It had freedom to move because guess what? There wasn't enough selling power, so people bought it up. So that moved. So, with that being the case, now let's go back to the daily. Boom. I am looking specifically for a retest. There is no higher high than essentially that right there, or and right there. So yeah, we're looking for it to come down and test this red right here and this red right here. I have a strong suspicion the candle will close within this red here, but the price will move as far as this red here. Once it moves that far, we're looking for a break, that confirmation, essentially. Confirmation that it'll continue moving down, and from that point we can take a trade and then it'll shoot back up. We can make a profit off of it. Now we know general movement and we know where price is going to go. We know that in this square it's going to just continue dipping, so, or it'll consolidate, continue dipping, and then back up. One of the two. Either way, in either case, we're looking for price at a discount on a lower time frame with the confirmation that price is going to be moving back up. I want to see price move higher, not lower. If it moves lower, that kind of sucks. We know it's going to move down regardless because of this fair value gap. So it is the investment from this move down we find is from the confluences of the movement down that we need to find the current stuff, right? The rest of the confluences, so we can get price at a discount and then watch it soar higher. Yeah. Let's go down from the daily because we know the direction is down. 1 hour. Boom. Eat this. Boom. Again, we're in a downtrend. That's no big surprise. What we're looking for is the flip side. Because we know... I need to watch more videos about that, actually. I need to watch way more videos about that because, realistically speaking, I know a lot about the ups when things are in an uptrend, chat. I know about those because of the videos I've watched. Everything about it says, watch for a liquidity sweep. That's the big green going up. Watch for an order block or a break of structure to the downside, right? That break of structure signals a change in movement. From there, look for an order block, right? Or a reclamation of fair value gap. So we got an order block. And what do my notes say about that? Let's just scroll down. Oh, wait, not this. I believe it's the... Yeah, save. Sure. This. Trade notes, yes. Okay. So, only when an order block has been confirmed under the correct use of the confluences, I would draw an equilibrium from the highest high to the lowest low. Previous high, previous low. And from there, I would determine the best point to enter for buying, right? Essentially, that's this whole thing pretty much sums it up. This right here. After confirming where the market wants to move, use the steps above on very small time frame, 5 minutes or less, in order to get price at a discount so the return from a higher time frame move pays out big. That's the overall goal. We have this right here though. So this says on the 1 hour only, but we can use the same building blocks on every time frame to further dial in on the smallest time frame what exactly we're looking for and what we need to get a hold of in order from that point on to have a confidence in our buying and selling, so we're not buying, overholding it, and then selling at a lower cost, because that would mean we lost money. That's not good. Identify the most recent liquidity sweep before current price action. Then I identify a break of structure to determine where market wants to go and make sure the daily time frame isn't break of structuring to the flip side. Once it's confirmed the daily time frame isn't break of structured, then move to identify either an order block. For confirmation, market will be filling orders from previous liquidity sweep or a fair value gap, indicating that orders have been filled, and wait for the next step in my trading plan before moving on to the next step. When enacting, one of the blocks does not appear, then de-risk until equilibrium based on the most recent higher high and low confirm a discount price. So, I think that is not a load of crap, but at the same time said almost completely wrong. Probably typed that up when it was like 6 a.m. and I have had zero sleep. So what exactly am I looking for? I think, because it made sense up until I started, I said that. Then time frame structure. think it's half done. I think I have half my general, what's it called? Prosthesis? I don't know the name of it. Chat, my thought of it. Right? I think my general gist is a bit wonky. Just a bit. So I know what to do for liquidity sweep, order or break of structure, order block, for value gap. I know those four. Order block is essentially what happens when a doji appears or something like that. So this would be a liquidity sweep, boom, leg down, and it wants to move back up, and then order block would be something like this right here, where on a higher time frame, it further goes, or actually it would look like something like this. Price wants to move down, it comes up, moves down again, and then later on we see a giant leap of candle going up on a higher time frame, and that could be seen not on the. It actually could be seen on the daily. That is far enough apart, I think. Yeah, this right here. Price moved way up. We saw a big candle up with very small wick, and then large candle going down. On the weekly time frame, this would have been a huge red candle, and this would be a pretty big green candle, right? I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, this right here. Price wanted to move up. Order block shoved it back down. So an order block says we're going to continue in the direction. When an order block is seen, consider the bigger candle where it's going to go. It's going to go down because this was bigger than the green one. If you see a fair value gap, then of course that's what this is right here. Fair value gap that's being infiltrated. Right? As soon as this right here creeps down to the bottom, I think it's a restart process. I think that's where in the notes it breaks in sense, because from that point on, I'm not entirely sure how to regain the track, right? Because I know after a fair value gap, price is going to either consolidate, continue moving down, or keep moving up. The only way to determine whether or not the price itself is going to break its habit of going down is after a break of structure to the upside. How do you know when a break of structure to the upside occurs? It's when, well, one, it's no longer in a downtrend. You have a higher high and a higher low versus a lower high and a lower low, right? From that point on, it's back to, I think, from that break of structure point, I would need to go fast forward to order block fair value gap again, because we're looking for a fair value gap to form. Our money is made off of buying in at a low price and then watching the market rip up to the upside, creating that fair value gap, and of course us being able to sell that high so we can make a profit. And then of course understanding where to do so before taking action, before others have the chance to take action, so we get the best out of what we purchase and sell. I think at this point in time, that is what I should change this to. Where did I put that? Because this is a textbook, in my opinion, not knowing much. I think this is a textbook straightforward gist, right? But I don't understand the filling orders from previous liquidity sweep, or for value gap indicating the orders have been filled. Then wait for the next step. Wait for this right here. From here down makes no sense. Like, I could delete that. It would make a little bit more sense. Boom. For value gap, I think this needs to be a thing. Draw attention to order block first. confirmation, market will be filling orders from previous liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep, from my understanding, is it going up. So let's add a note here. Is this correct? Maybe. Let's go ahead and do that first. And this. Have you guys seen the new Venom movie? The one that just came out? I liked it. It was pretty dang good. I enjoyed it. Less climactic than I thought it was, but it was okay. For value gap indicating that orders have been filled. So, I think I'm wrong. I think right here, this is completely wrong. Because a fair value gap is formed when either A, you have a large move up with no candle on either side, interceding the green candle body, right? So technically, we still have a fair value gap from here all the way down to here. Something tells me it's going to stop in this right here, prices. Just looking at this right here specifically, if you go in on a smaller time frame, there's a bunch of red in this. As a result, it may just come down to this and then bounce off and go that way. I think what is listed above, identify an order block for confirmation. Market will be filling orders from previous liquidity sweep. When price moves down, fill large green candles. To fill large green candles, reverse for downtrend. So we're waiting for an order block to occur again. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. I don't know if that makes sense, chat. Let's make something absolutely clear too. Like, I'm looking at this right here, and I get this is the only thing stating order block for value gap stuff. In the event, we don't know what's going on. This right here, trends. Yeah, movement. Break. Ooh, look, market moving 3 different ways. Break of structure, trend up. Break of structure, trend down. Neither higher or low is violating for a similar span of time. A trend travels. Consolidation indicator. Watch for order blocks right after break of structure. That may have just spelt it out to me. We're waiting for a break of structure and an order block to confirm whether or not price is going to continue going up. So, with that in mind, this right here can be deleted. Yes. I think that makes a little more sense. I think this right here makes no sense. All of that is complete gibberish and nonsense. It makes so all of what's highlighted right now, it makes sense, right? It makes sense to de-risk because we don't want to lose money. The more risk there is, the more potential there is to lose money. The goal is to make money. Plain and simple. So, when enacting my trading plan on any time frame under confident daily bias, if at any point one of my building blocks does not appear, then de-risk until equilibrium based on most recent higher and low, higher high and lower low, confirm a discount price. That makes no sense because I don't know. No. It makes no sense because it doesn't fit within the rules of the building blocks themselves. The whole point of identifying where we can identify this is by knowing what price is done before. It's skyrocketed. And every time it goes down, guess what? It doesn't go down for long until it boomerangs back up. It's not going to go super high because this is a reclamation of the fair value gap. It's not going to try and create another fair value gap immediately after. So what we're looking for specifically is just what was said. A break of structure, then an order block. That order block has to have a green candle going much higher. So the reverse of this right here. This would be a red candle. Flip the chart entirely. This would be a red candle going down, right? Something like this right here. And then we'd have a giant green candle going up right here, indicating price wants to move higher, right? When it shoots down like this, it's because of this. Another type of this exact order block right here, right? We want a red candle that's smaller than a green candle. And the green candle's wicks have got to go crazy. Once the green candle's wicks go crazy, we can pretty much assume that price is going to continue moving higher. That's honestly what I'm looking at and what I think is going to happen. I'm not going to take a trade because, one, I don't have the money to, and two, I am wanting to see exactly what price wants to do in this little area here. I want to do this, and I want to do this right here. I want price to come down. I want to see a break of structure to the upside. The only way I can see that break of structure to the upside is going to be not on this time frame, but because we want to take a trade on 5 minute, right? It's way out for this. We're looking for a colossal break of structure in this right here. We need to see a higher high and a higher low, and I think all right, there would be the most recent high. In my opinion, that's the most recent high. That could be the high for the day. What is this? This is Friday. This is literally today. The highest high was at the very start. From there, we've been plummeting. So we're looking for, on the day, we're looking for a massive break of structure to the upside on the lower time frame. That indicates to us, hey, price is about to move back up. We want to make sure from this to go back up to our daily time frame. Jacking up all my charts doing this. I don't care though. We want to make sure on the daily time frame we have one giant candle going above all of this, right? Because if it goes high, that means, one, we have break of structure. An order block is going to be just that. It's going to be price moving back down and a giant green candle a second time going higher. At that point in time, we wait for it to rebound and test the previous lowest low. From that point, we enter. We enter right there. Once we enter that candle, it's a matter of setting a stop loss just below the lowest low. So it would be this right here, if I'm not mistaken, because that is the lowest low. And then from there, it's looking for the highs to go after. And again, I'm going to keep doing that, aren't I? So again, we're looking for that break of structure and then the order block retest. So 2 candle wicks here, and then after that candle wick is exposed and learned, first highest high here. Or actually, would that not be there or there? I don't know. Something's a bit fishy with that, because I remember seeing and learning that it's supposed to target the most recent highs for take profit, right? But the problem is, it may not reach those highs. Based on previous price action, it's skyrocketed way past those highs. So I could be looking at major profit if I took a trade, and this hypothesis is correct. That I'm waiting on that order block, the breaking structure, then the order block, and then for it to soar. So yeah, that's currently what I did. That's currently what I think. That's currently what I'm looking for. It's currently what I'm after. That is my goal for this. Tomorrow, I'm going to be looking at this chart like as soon as I wake up, and I'm going to see exactly what's happening during the day. I know price is going to keep moving down, so I'm not going to look at it and think anything of it if I see price go far below this. I'm not. The only thing I am going to think is this right here was just hit. The only thing I am going to think is this low right here was hit. If so, I'm looking for the next low, which would be way down here. Once this right here is hit, honestly, if it keeps dropping, I'm going to be kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm going to be like, okay, from there, ignore this, because this is a giant leap down, and a fair value gap was claimed. So at that point, either consolidation is going to happen, it's going to continue dropping, which we will determine from the fair value gap, or we're going to see a giant leap up, and that's from the confirmation of a reverse order block, right? I think I've got that pretty much covered. I want to delete this because it doesn't make sense. However, it does make sense for me to add this. Beware. If at any point confidence built in trade is, let's say, shook, de-risk through reconfirming all, in capital letters, chat, because we are serious about that, all building, I'm fat fingering everything, building blocks previously identified if a personal note for me and for anyone watching thinking, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. This is a thing that should be taken very lightly. Let's make something clear. I'm not taking this lightly at all. This is a potential job that I could be making a lot of money off of, and I really, really hope I am one of the lucky few that am successful at it. This note is primarily meant for me and those who don't understand trading as much as they ought to in the time they have spent learning it. This note is to be taken with extreme confidence, confluence, and prejudice. Beware if at any point confidence built in trade is shook, de-risk from reconfirming all building blocks previously identified. If confidence is in trading is lost, don't trade. I think that makes sense. I think that makes a whole lot more sense than what I had a second ago. Why? Because we don't want to lose money. And if we're not confident in trading, don't trade. Shut down everything. Don't even try it, because your chances of succeeding have just plummeted. You want to be confident in what you're doing. Confluence in these charts change all the time, and there is always a potential to lose money. It is those who work at it day in, day out, and know what they're looking at that should be doing it. And frankly, if you are not confident even looking at a chart and identifying certain building blocks, I am not experienced enough to tell you that I have lost a lot of money, but at the same time, I have seen and heard enough informations, I've seen and read enough articles, I've seen and done enough in this field to say don't. Save your money, save your time, don't. Plain and simple. From this, I think this is about all I want to do with stream. I know it sounds like I'm about to end stream. I kind of don't want to. What I want to do instead is I want to go really far back. I want to go back all the way to there. I'm not going to move anymore yet because I can't. Fine, let's get rid of that because I don't want to see it. Let's go there. I don't want to move this at all. I kind of want to move. I want to make a block on the screen. I want to make a big block. So from here, let's say like right here this way, I want to completely remove this entire thing. And I want to be able to add notes to that block and be able to manipulate this right here at will without uncovering any of this. That makes sense. I don't know how to do that because I don't have a plan. Like I don't have the membership for this. I'm doing this thing for free, right? I'm trying to figure that out. Locked all drawing. Stay in drawing mode. Don't want to do that. Zoom in, measure. We're learning this as a person because right now I don't know anything about this aside from I can draw and text and do stuff like with all of that crap. Or maybe he's so tired. We just got through with Olive Garden. I don't know if y'all can hear the little one in there. We just got through with Olive Garden. I put him to sleep twice on the way home. Ever since we got home, he's been wide awake and he's so tired. I know he is. Okay, so these are emotes. We don't want to do this yet. This is text. You can add notes, price labels, comments, signpost. I don't know what any of this is. Image, tweet, idea. Okay, cool. This right here is a block. We can draw a rectangle. We can draw arrows, or a markup, or a mark down, highlighter, brush, triangular curve, double curve. These are projection tools, volume-based tools, measures. Neat. Patterns, Elliott waves, cycles. Okay. Fib tool, fib retracement. I don't know if these two are anything. I don't know about those. Fibonacci tools, GAN tools, and lines, regression, channels, and pitchforks. Okay, cool. What about this? I like the cross. The cross is okay. Helps me identify what I'm doing and where I'm doing it. Huh. I wonder if I can do this. Let's see. I'm going to draw a rectangle right here. Boom. I don't want to see any of this. Boom. I want to make this black. This right here just... I can't make it black? Really? Sadness. It's not a solid color, so I can't hide it. Okay, can't do that. That's text. Don't want to do that. Visibility. Hello. Oh, confused. Oh, why that's the thing. I'd like to make this a solid black square. Doesn't want to do that though, seems. Go ahead and you might reset that. No. This is white. This right here is this. Yeah. And this right here is like that right there. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. This right here can be deleted. Shoot. I guess we can do this from here. I think. Let's just draw a line so we know what we're doing. From this line right here. Go all the way over here. Boom. We're going to make this a black line. Stating stop. We do not go further than this black line. Boom. Yes. Text in red. Good. Boom. We are there. We want this line to be visible on every line, on every set, so we're not messed up at all. Visual. This is the hourly. All intervals. Boom. Yay, we can see down everything now. Yay. This is the thing. Let's say right here. This right here is where we're at with price action, right? Current price action. Good. And let's do one over here. Actually, no, we could do it like that. Yeah, we could zoom in like this. Boom. Neat. So let's go for the weekly time frame from this one. Holy crap, that is way far. Boom. Okay. Ignore the two blue lines. That's for much later. We zoomed out this far. So don't look past this line here. Set that right there. We don't know what that candle is. As far as we know, price is currently in a downtrend. We've just broke structure, or actually, because this is current price action, we want to do this. So we are currently in a downtrend. We're waiting for a break of structure to the upside, right? That's our goal. It needs to go higher so we can, or actually, we could actually go in lower, to be completely honest. What we do know right now from this, if we're building blocks off of it, we know price action is going low. We want to go to the daily now. From here, golly, jumps all the way around. Boom. We're going to do this, move that there. Boom. Because we know what this candle is. This is current price action. It just closed. Let's just say. So right now, price is moving down. We know this because the weekly and this is pretty much got it. We have the high, right? We have a low here. We just broke structure, actually, because this is a lower high, and here's a lower low. We have a lower high here, lower or higher low. We broke structure back up. We have right here, because it didn't... I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong, chat. Want to know why? Because I'm counting this as a high. Counting that high, that high, that high, this low. That's not how that works. Literal peaks and valleys. High here. This is the next low. Make sense? This goes straight down, and the lowest low within this trough here is this. This is the low. We go up here to the high. Boom. Right? This is the trough. Lowest part of this right here is the low. We broke structure with this little candle wick right here, this green one, because it's lower than this high. In an uptrend, it'd be a higher high and a higher low. But now we are looking at a... No, we'd still be in the right because we have a low here. And it didn't break the high. So, high, low, low. The next highest high is right here. We broke structure because this high, specifically, is lower than this one. Now we are in a downtrend. What confirms we're in a downtrend? Well, we had this high, but we also had high here and then a huge dip in price here. Pretty sure if we go back to the weekly candle, we'll see one big green candle for like all of this, and then a much larger red candle right here. That would be an order block from this liquidity sweep right here, right? Actually, I think that right there would be the order block because we had the liquidity sweep, we had break of structure because that right there was lower than this, and then right there would be our... This would have been the lower high. Yeah. For the candle's sake, right? This would be the lower high. This would be right here, a higher low, indicating we'd still be in an uptrend. But because of this order block right here, these two, we have large boost up, but a red candle with a large wick going down, indicating price wants to move down. So we may move up a little bit more. Boom. We have our high. But as sure enough as fire is, we went back down. And we have reconfirmation here where price wanted to escalate back up further. We had a confirmation that price said, no, we want to go back down. This right here would be another indication of order block because we had break of structure here on this. And then that right there would have been up and then order block down. And then from there, price just plummeted. We have current price action there. We don't want to go further than this. So from here, we need to build not from here because we know the general direction. That's what the daily time frame is for. On the hourly specifically, it's going to keep happening. It's going to keep happening, Chad. Did you know it's going to keep happening? It's going to keep happening. Not you. I've got to go all the way this way. Not that. Not that. Right here. Boom. From here, we know the price is going to go down, right? We can see that. We are in a downtrend without a shadow of a doubt, all the way down. We broke structure right here. Did we break structure? No, because the most recent high is way up here. We would have marked with this. What line do we want to use? Chat, what we want to use? We've been using vertical raise this whole time. Let's use the line itself. Or put one there. Boom. Up until this point, the most recent low is right here. Boom. So this right here is our time frame. This right here is what we're looking at. We want to take a trade, but we're also building blocks up to this time scale right here. We don't know what's going to happen past it, so we have to look like right in this method. We don't have any other information to work off of except for this. So what I want to do now is, now that I see my liquidity sweep, I'm assuming that's what this is right here. We'd be looking for break of structure in order. Liquidity sweep, break of structure, order block, or fair value gap. There are no fair value gaps in this. However, we do see one kind of fair value gap right here. Why is this a fair value gap? Well, if you look at the higher time frame, from about right here all the way down to right here. Boom. This right here is a zone where only one candle wick touched, and it went back down. So we can actually just do this, realistically speaking. Boom. We have a fair value gap here. Price wants to move back up into, but it has yet to. As you can see, this is our current price action, right? So what we are wanting to see from this movement down is a retest of this. If it's not tested again after this candle wick, I believe the general thought is expect price to move up, but do not go on the assumption that you're making money from a trade just because you say or think, or because someone else says or thinks, that if this right here is not penetrated by another candle wick, that is going to continue going up. I think that's honestly what it is going to want to do. And looking at the, I believe this is called the MACD. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay. I believe looking at this, we just got through with a buy order here. We're looking for a sell order on this side because price is right now through the roof. And we're looking for an exit point, right? Because we just bought down here. Except we're not looking for a sell, we're looking for a buy. For the MACD, ignore it. Aside from this, right? We're looking for entry number 2. We're looking for 2 points. So where this two lines right here, they have to cross twice. The second time they cross, we have to be ready to buy. We have to be ready to get in and go. From this point, it's honestly looking for stuff. Looking for building blocks. We have a fair value gap. I'm looking for a liquidity sweep, and honestly, I'm thinking this right here might be it. There's a bunch of green candles in a pattern going up. I think that would be a liquidity sweep. Not mistaken. So we missed a liquidity sweep. So we're looking for now a break of structure. Well, we haven't broke structure up until... Did that break structure? Nope. Got close, though. Got really close. That's unfortunate. So price is going to continue moving down. So what does it say? What do my notes say? If I can't identify a break of structure. high volatility. That's what we're looking for, is high volatility areas after identifying the general trend on every time frame. Right now we've only gone down to the hour, and per my notes, it's to start on 1 hour. Start on 1 hour time frame, build your building blocks all the way up until you're satisfied with what you see. And from there, it's just a matter of looking for stuff. That's about it. Oh, now you're awake. Turn on my computer, this other computer over here, like 15 minutes ago. For some reason, it's only just now, like, waking up. So, I don't know. Either way, I guess we look at it like it's the flip side of things, because we are in a downtrend. We are in a downtrend. So, break of structure would mean we'd have to have a higher low, not a lower high. Right now, stuff's happening. On this liquidity sweep, we can't really go off of this because it's gone up. We're looking for it to go higher than this, right? Why are you the way that you are? Stop that. I actually could have used you. I don't know why I closed you. I'm sorry. Open back up, please. This is the wrong one. I have to go to this one. I have to go to this one. There, I click on this. Yeah. Alright, there's the thing. Pardon me for being sidetracked. I'd like to be able to see it when you guys speak. Right here. Custom. Close. Yeah, I can see YouTube chat now. Hi YouTube. Hi Twitch. How you doing? I have a viewer on both of you. Wow. Hi. Welcome to stream. I'm trying to learn how to invest. So far we've covered that we need to look at all the time frames and their behaviors, right, to determine what the market's doing. And then from there, we're also trying to figure out building blocks on smaller time frames to figure out where price might want to move or where it's going to move. We learned a little bit about order blocks and fair value gaps and what we're supposed to look for in the event, let's say, something isn't occurring the way we want it to, and so the confluence that price wants to move in one direction is completely shattered. We understand to de-risk and learn that stuff. Sorry if the quality sucks. If you enjoy watching crisp quality streams, I'd advise looking at Orb's Vault. I did part 1 as a video on that channel. It was uploaded as video. You might want to go check that out because quality on that is much better. Something you might be interested in. Right now we're doing a mock scenario. We're not actually going in and buying anything or selling anything. We're just learning. That's all we're doing at the moment. We're taking essentially this right here is the fair value gap, and we're inverting the graph completely. We're learning the downside of things so we can further understand the upside, what might happen from the downside. If we were to treat the 3 candles right here as a not fair value gap, a liquidity sweep, right? If that was what we were treating that pink square as, it would be essentially us looking for a break of structure back to the upside. Break of structure occurs when you have in a downtrend a higher low and a higher high as a result, or a higher high and a higher low versus a lower high and a lower low, right? We want it to staircase up, not down. So far, we are currently in a downtrend. So in this downtrend, we have to identify a high that breaks loose of all the others. And I'm not seeing any. Actually, technically, I guess, maybe, we broke structure on this candle here. Because, no, I'm wrong. We broke structure on this candle here. Because this is a higher low, right? This is the lowest low of this trough specifically. This right here is a higher low. And so we have to go higher than this. We are now in an uptrend for these candles, right? This right here would be our order block, I think. Would that be right? Yeah, because this would be our breaker structure. This is correct. And then we went higher. Price wanted to continue moving down, and so as a result, moved down, confirming that price is going to continue moving down. And sure enough, it did. Right here, price didn't know what it wanted to do, so we had a bunch of power going up right here. So price moved up a lot in retrospect to how price moved before. So it moved up. As a result, we now have liquidity sweep. Not a sweep per se, because it didn't go into this, but it moved almost the same amount this right here did. So I think that is a confirmation of liquidity sweep. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just look at our notes, because our notes have more information than I do, because I'm still learning. Liquidity sweep, I believe I put that note in, that it's one of the more difficult things to understand. There we go. Is when a price point is achieved and the resulting condition is others exchanging their money for trades. So liquidity is where orders will be filled. People will need to exit the market while others come in, all while the banks are filling orders from people leaving the market. How to spot liquidity. This is one of the most difficult concepts to grasp in the markets. This is difficult, apparently. Is when the most recent high is taken out by the next, indicating when a change in the market will immediately happen through a much sooner break of structure confirmation. This is true for the opposite in a downtrend. So I put even more notes in as a think, right? When price continues to move in a staircase up, regardless of the smaller drops, indicating overall trend, the next highest high will continue to form a large green candle on a higher time frame, in which case wait. Confirm a break of structure and mark the lowest low on large time frames in order to achieve the best indication of price discount through past data displays. When price drops into discount, confirm a large time frame break of structure in order to discern where price will want to move afterwards. The goal is up. So, through previous notes, I think we've actually nailed that on the spot. I think we have. Because we have, like this literally just said, it is hard to concept, it's hard conceptually to grasp. I am learning this the hard way without buying anything. It's the hardest way I can through trial. We're looking at this as a liquidity sweep. It's not. It is, because this was not a fair value. Yeah, this was a fair value. This was something, right? And so price wanted to move down. Price moved down. And we broke structure on this candle because it closed higher than this one did. This is our break of structure, right? I think that's what I need to do. I need to learn to shut up and just read and really absorb it, because it seems talking I am distracted even with myself. Not that I like hearing my own words and thoughts, and just reading this is like, okay, I understand how it can be difficult to apply words to graph when I'm using it for a downtrend, when this is literally talking about an uptrend, right? Liquidity sweep is when the price continues to move in an staircase up, when in an uptrend. And you put that in. Regardless of smaller drops. So, yes, it's going to move up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and it'll eventually just keep going up. What we're looking for. The next highest high will continue to form a larger green candle on a higher time frame, in which case, wait. Why? Because price can move down immediately after. That's a problem. We're waiting to confirm a break of structure, which means we have to see a lower high, a lower low, because right now we're at the peak, at the very top of that move. We're waiting to see if the price is going to drop lower. The next lowest low is what we're looking for. And that, I believe, is what we're looking for on the other side of the current price action for literally today. This is in the past. We're talking about today. We're waiting for a break of structure confirmation. Mark the lowest low on a large time frame in order to achieve the best indication of price discount through past data displays. When price drops into discount, confirm a large time frame break of structure in order to discern where price will want to move after. This is a strategy we ought to be using like right now. Those two white lines are not going to move, nor will the two black lines. We're going to skip way the flip over here and actually put that to current use, because that is what I was struggling with this right here. We are looking at the 1 hour time frame. That's the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour, right? Per the large. Let's go ahead and just do this, actually. Boom. Each candle is a day. On the daily time frame, we are currently in a downtrend, but we have reached our peak here, right? Or right here, realistically. So right now we're in a downtrend. What we're looking for is a break of structure to the upside. What's a break of structure to the upside? We're looking for this. We're looking for a high, the next high off of this. And it's got to be higher than this green candle. Not this green candle, not this green candle. It's got to be higher than this. It's actually already done so. This would actually be the break of structure. It's in downtrend, boom, up. This was our liquidity sweep, actually fair value gap. As a result, boom, we're waiting for this to drop, test the next lowest low, which actually would be way to flip over here. This would be really low in the past days. From there, we're looking for it to just break of structure, like one large leap up, and from that, a confirmation when it goes down, it'll test it again and continue going up higher. That's essentially what happened right here. We had a liquidity sweep up, we had a break of structure with a lower high, boom. It tested this low again, and from that, it continued. We broke a structure here, went high, went low actually, tested this low, didn't quite make it, but even still went higher, and as a confirmation, we had that right there, order block, actually. That could be considered order block, because that was break of structure, order block, and then from there, rip up, and confirmation was leg down, retesting this low, and then shooting even higher. As a result, we got fair value gap. No candles on either side, touching either side. We're looking for this to reclaim the fair value gap. We're then also looking for a break of structure that is a higher high and an order block. So coming down, it'll come up again. We're looking on, I believe it said a higher time frame, right? Lowest, low, and large time frames in order to achieve the best indication of price discount through past data displays. Chat, do we understand what the notes are saying? Do we? I'm very new at this, so correct me if I'm wrong. If you have knowledge, I am all ears, honestly. I'm looking for a break of structure here. I believe we can apply this same thing over here because right now we are currently in a downtrend similar to that of what we're looking at right now. So on the daily, boom, we're right here in a downtrend. Technically, we don't know anything past this point, but that's okay. We're looking to make a trade off of the information we have. So all of this right here can actually just disappear for a second if it wanted to. We could do this. Boom. We don't know anything about anything after this. This is a downtrend though. And for the day and the weekly, we know that we're in a downtrend. I know. I need to do this. Here you are. We doing this right here. We boom. That's too far. We're doing this right here. Yay. So we're currently in a downtrend, right? But we're looking to make a trade. My logic is to take essentially all of this right here as the liquidity sweep, even though we're in a downtrend, and use the logic for the upside. From here, it's essentially we're looking for a break of structure and an order block. Kind of determined that this right here was our break of structure. What we're looking for is an order block, and that I believe is this right here. This from this candle right here down is one big order block on a higher time frame. I believe we can see that on the 4 hour. I hope it didn't. Did it put me all the way back? It did. Ugh. Sorry about that, chat. I know that's kind of annoying. I don't know why it does that. So we can kind of see it. Kinda. This is current price action. I was talking about right here and this, right? So price, we did break structure here, and then one giant candle going down on a higher time frame. All of this is just one big block of red candle, and this right here is like a smaller block to the side. So the red candle will have huge wicks out of it, and the green candle will be small, like small wick but fat body, right? This would have been break of structure, and then as that candle was forming down, it would have been the order block, confirming price wants to keep moving down, and so that's what we'd be looking for here. We know price is moving down because of the daily. Going back down to the hourly though, because again, we're looking to make a trade off of the lower stuff, but without knowing. Why is it like this? Can I not? Is there like a hotkey I can press to go back to certain points? I don't know how to set that up. So it's like, meh. I'm trying to learn something here, but I can't do so if I'm gonna keep having to scroll 100,000 times in one direction, and it just it's in the way. That right there is that what we're looking at? This is the hourly, so each candle is an hour. We're looking at a smaller time frame. Is this even what I'm looking at? Oh, it's not. It's way to flip over here. There we are. And I keep messing up my own chart. Go me. So on the hourly, we discussed that. And every single time that occurs, I keep losing my train of thought. Like, bruh. Anyway. Without knowing any of this right here, we're trying to, like, get good at determining how to take a trade, right? We know price is moving down from the order block in this. We know price is going to move down at that point in time. We're looking for our best entry within this movement, what we think price is going to do. However, we have to take into consideration that price is moving down. So my understanding on what to do is from the low, the lowest low, because right now this is the current price action, right? If we were to take that, I believe I did that wrong. One moment, let me do this. Mess up again. I'm gonna do this, delete that. Boom. I want this here. Because we're looking at the high, we're trying to find the highest high, most recent highest high, so that'd be this right here. Why do I get the feeling when I click this it's going to be green? Okay, it's red. Whew, good. Yay. So right here is essentially the highest high from the movement, right? And the lowest low. We want price to dip within this. And as we can see, per the current price action, price is actually moving in this quite well. Currently, price is at a discount. From this movement, we're looking for the MACD. I know that's a bad thing to say, I think, because that's putting it all on this one tool. We're looking for the MACD's lines to cross for the best entry. My understanding of this tool specifically is not just to indicate where we ought to enter and buy, but where also others are entering and buying, right? We don't want to do that at the same time because anyone could push that price around at any given moment, including where cross is, right? So we want to predict beforehand at a discount. So when time comes to cross this line, we're okay. We have a very low amount that we're good with, right? And we're making profit. And even if price were to go down, it could only stop at the most recent low, which is way over here. Makes sense? The goal is not to lose money, it's to gain money. So, per this right here, we know we have a low here and a low here that we can work with. We want to set our stop losses just below this low here. Actually, yeah, just below this low right here. Because we don't want to lose more than what we put in. And we're buying relatively in this area, right? This is the best spot for it. As we can see, if we had taken a trade, if we had bought in to this exact candle right here, knowing that this price is here and it's going to continue moving down, we would have been stopped out. Why? Because this moved far below what this right here was, what we had set this to. I think I did this wrong, and this is where I get confused, right? Because 9 times out of 10, what I see and hear all across the internet is, on this time frame, when we look at this the way we ought to, we want to go for this low. So much lower than this. We want to go for this low right here. So much lower than anything in this, right? What I don't understand is they say the most recent low, like on this time frame, on the big time. I don't know. Again, this is me learning. So, from a large time frame, sure. Goes up, yes. Order blocks for value gaps. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. I know it's kind of late. I'm sorry for the late stream and my silence in the ringness. Uh, yeah, I'm just learning, honestly. So I think I did this wrong. I did this right, but I also did this wrong because we're in a downtrend, right? And we're looking for price to come within these three lines right here. They have to be within this, and we know price is going to continue moving down. What we want to see, I believe, because we're treating this as a liquidity sweep on the notion that price is moving down. We've confirmed all our moving blocks. I thought it was within this that we had to look at. I think I was wrong. I think we had to look at this right here because it is the most recent high, right? Per this chart, it is the most recent high. And this right here is the most recent low. We're looking for price to go here to know whether or not price is going to continue moving down. And sure enough, that's exactly what it does. It moves into this barely, and it shoots way back down. If we were to take a trade, not knowing anything after this, stop loss would be placed right down here. For minimum stop loss, it would have been like right in there, in this right here, because this right here is our lowest low at the moment per this liquidity sweep, right? And this is on the hourly. So 24 hours to a day. This is covering about 2 to 3 days, 2.5 days, something worth of time. I think this is okay. I think this is wrong, but it's okay. From here, we would enter a sell position because this would be the next best entry point for selling, and then from there, that right there says sell, and it just drops. Chat, if you know more than I do, please embark on the leave a comment. I will post videos of this to Orb's Vault. Check that out. The link can be found in the channel description. It's in every video. You lag on YouTube or channel? Yes. I don't know, friend. I honestly. You're on choppy? I could do this actually. One moment. So I was typing. 1 second. I'm gonna see this myself because there was supposed to be a way for me to fix that. Oh wait, I know. I think I know what it is. Hang on. Because I remember doing that, but it wasn't for this computer. It was for that one. This output. That's fine. I'm looking for audio. It's right here. That's what it is. That's what it is. I know what it is now. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. I fixed that earlier. I don't know why it's like it is. I am sorry. Um, hopefully it's not as bad as I think it is, but in the event you still find it unenjoyable, check out that right here. I don't know how else to do that. I don't. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not as laggy on Twitch as I am on YouTube. I'm not entirely sure about that. All the quality issues are going to get fixed later on. Can guarantee that. Um, yeah. Yeah. So, going back to what I was saying before, I think this would be an okay trade. Like, ish. I see prices moved up into this, but I want to see confirmation before I go and sell. So I think that's what I'd do. From the building blocks we have here, we're looking to sell. And as a result, we want it to come into this. And we've pretty much done that. We've already crossed this threshold twice before. Why do anything about that? Because this is not a confirmation. This is a building block. We're using this as a building block, I think. And so, sounds better a little now. The internet is a little better. If you hear my voice and it's like not choppy, but if it sounds like it's got static, right? hear it static-ish, that is primarily because I have a fan going. If I don't have the fan running, it's like 110 degrees in this room. It is quite hot. I don't want to die in here. I don't. So I'd rather have this good to go. You can hear me, kinda. It's okay. If it's choppy, like you see my mouth moving, you see the way I'm talking, and it's like every other word you can't hear, I am sorry. There is a video that will be posted. This exact stream will be posted in video form in crisp 1080p quality on YouTube after stream. Like, I will legit get off stream, set it up, upload it. It won't be done uploading till tomorrow because I started at 10. It will no. It should be uploaded by the end of today. Maybe 1-ish, 2 a.m. somewhere in there. It'll be done uploading, and from that point, it will go. We'll go to 12 just to keep this short, and so I'm not prattling on about learning and trying to figure this crap out. I am still trying to figure this out because it's like forming a sentence, right? A sentence usually has one of four qualities. It's either asking a question, it's exclaiming something, it's declaring something, or it's just stating something, right? And the entire process of this, it's been more of a learning process, so I'm asking a lot, but I'm also stating a lot. I feel like the statement, I want to do this, is wrong. It is wrong because I should have more of a, what do I want to do for this? What should be my goal for this? Assuming I had the money to sell after buying in and making the money, I could enter a sell position. I assume. I'm thinking that's the correct terminology. I could be wrong. I want to enter a sell position because price is moving down. As a result, I'd like to get money off of it, right? So essentially, I'm taking what I'm learning here and applying it to that sentence format. I want to sell. Price is moving down. I'm in the market to sell. That sounds cool. Where should I sell exactly for the best profit? Well, where price is going to dip the lowest. We know we're in a downtrend, so we're going to try and make as much money as we can off of it, so as to make as much profit. That is the goal. The sentence I'm having trouble forming is within the, like that, I want to enter a sell position, and where I ought to start looking, but where the goal should start being, right? Because I know I want to sell, and so I need to enter a sell position. In order to enter a sell position, I have to define a certain number of building blocks. The fair value gap I was talking about before, the liquidity sweep, where price moves in a direction, and as a result, it moves sharply back down. And as a result, we see a break of structure, an order block, or another fair value gap from a much higher leap up or leap down. In this case, we're looking for a leap down because we're in a selling position. I think that is the correct sentence to say. I think it is. I could be wrong. I don't really know. I'm not very experienced with this. So I'm thinking it is the leg down that we're looking for. And so from that, I think if I were to, let's say I had the money. I have money here, right? I made profit, but now I'm wanting to sell, right? To make my, I'm not entirely sure how that works either, right? Because I know I buy here, sell up high, right? This would be an optimal mode to sell, except I missed this. I logged on today with that price action there, and I can only act on what is currently happening, right? So off of this, we're guessing, we're trying to figure out if price is going to go lower than this, in which case, would it be worth it? And retrospectively, if I bought here and sold here, that would be profitable. However, because I am selling here with no money, it doesn't make sense. I should be looking for a buy place, not a sell place. So in retrospect of that specifically, it would be a no-go. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I couldn't do anything at this point. But let's say if I had, and I missed this anyway, right? I'm looking for the next opportune moment to make that quick buck. So I think I think I'm learning this. If I'm wrong, correct me. If you have more experience, by all means, throw it my way, please. I'd love to learn a little bit. I think the best thing, if I had money, I bought it down here and I sold it up here, and that would be cool. If I bought it down here, missed this, and logged into this specifically, would this be the best bet? I think not. I think not. Because we're looking for confirmation at this point that, one, price is going to continue moving down, because we don't know where it's going to go from this. This is currently what we logged into. So, what is our confirmation, our building blocks? Well, we flipped the building blocks. We looked for our liquidity sweep on the leg down. We looked for our break of structure. Boom. From the break of structure, we looked for an order block. Boom. Right? From the order block, we know this is the indication that price is going to continue moving down. Yay. That's our goal. From there, we build the equilibrium from the most recent high to the most recent low. This is the most recent high, this is the most recent low. That's the way I understand it. That is the way I understand it. We're looking for price from this price action right here to re-enter this spot, because we know that this right here is the best place to sell. This is the best place to buy. When on the opposite side, we're looking for the best sell entry here. We're looking for this right here, specifically. More retroactively, more respectfully, we're looking for this right here. This will be perfect. I think it's forecasting. It's like forecasting. You know what you want to do, and so as a result, you see what you want, and then from there, you look ahead. It hasn't happened yet. Let's say this hasn't happened yet. We're not here yet. Let's say we're right here. This would be the moment in time, I think, if you were to enter this sell position, you think this looks nice, you want to do this, and you know if you were to sell here, you'd make a profit. Your building block to reconfirm this is, one, to wait on this, and two, to see exactly, to forecast it. At that point, I think it's best to just zoom in and do the same thing again. From this point onward, make your building block. Because right now, we are stuck on this, right? The price is moving down. If we had entered here, we'd have made money. Woo, that's good. So price moved down. We have our low here. Is price going to continue moving down? We don't know. Why? Because price can move up. As we can see here, it's currently moving up. It's not formed a new low. But we know the general direction is down. So let's move a little further ahead. Whoa, what happened there? We, I guess, broke structure? I guess that's what we ought to have done before. It went down, and it kept the structure, right? We would have looked for a break of structure, not among a consolidation period, but among the downtrend. The downtrend hasn't been broke yet. This is still the correct structure. We have not had a higher high, except within these small candles here in the consolidation. And that right there, that's admissible. We don't have to really look at that and honestly know. I think. I'm going to say that again. I think. From here, though, I think that would be the best way to know, because we've already established that from the liquidity sweep, the giant move down, we look for the break of structure. On the little movements, again, we move up, we move down, we have not broke structure. We move up, we broke structure. This candle here, very little. We definitely broke structure on that candle, because that's a high, that's a higher high. Whoa! We're now in an uptrend for this small mode, right? For this very small amount, we're in an uptrend, because it's now a higher low. But we broke structure again there. Lower high. That's a higher low. What? That doesn't make sense. So we go to this high. Lower high. Higher low. We're in an uptrend. We are in an uptrend, chat. Whoa, we're in an uptrend. I think the confirmation would have been this candle right here and this candle right here, because we have this leg down, a small leg up, small leg down. This small leg down, right, would be indicative of an order block, because on a higher time frame, let's go to 4 hour, boom, I don't know why I did that. Yes, we're going to do this again because why not? Am I going the wrong direction? Nope, I'm in the right direction. Yay. There we go. We are in this little valley right here. Leg down, leg up. Huge leg down, but here we are with, yeah. This would be our leg down. Reconfirming that. Boom. Going back up, and then this right here would have been the order block right here. I think that's accurate to say. I think it is. As a result of this being an order block, it broke structure, and we now know price is going to move up higher. As a result, boom, we've re-entered our spot for selling. This would be the perfect time to sell. As you can see here, right about there, that would have been the perfect time to sell, according to the MACD. But if we went just before that, we would have sold here, and we would have made a little bit more profit than if we had looked at the MACD. So, I think that's pretty much it for the day. If, like, that is what I think, that is not a professional opinion. This is me learning how to trade without putting any money in the market whatsoever. If you enjoyed this stream, be sure to drop a follow, subscribe, like the video. This entire stream, I know I'm breaking up. I'm going to try and get that nice and loud, and I'm actually going to put it up on the screen right now. If you enjoyed this stream, check this out. This word right here. Hold on. Can I do that? I can't. Where's that rectangle? This right here. Really? Okay, I give up. Dang. This right here. This word specifically. Right? Look that up on this right here. Go to this. And you get this. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know it's been back and forth with constant 1 and 2. Next week, you can pretty much be on the lookout for, again, another stream kind of like this. Every day, I'm going to try and hop on and look at this chart as well as all the other charts that I can to further dial in trading and what it's like to trade on the daily, while at the same time learning it myself for the first time and really getting it dialed down. Maybe next time we'll do paper trading and I'll be able to like rewind and, I don't know, manipulate the chart a little better so that way at the end of the day I can go ahead and realistically go about making a trade per the paper, not actual money, and learning the process as we go. That being said, I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you Tuesday for the gaming stream. I'll see you next time.